you find some old lady in the map, and she's telling you to find her lost cat.
Oh, I like
you
this
know,
like quest
at
in
a
the game.
cemetery. So
I like that. I like that.
you learn where things are.
Wait, they actually have
and-
progress. Oh shit.
Yeah, you
Wait, I thought this was just an idea, but they actually have progress. Oh my god,
so
they actually have
one thing we're putting
work in progress stuff.
like a lot of priority to right now to getting correctly is combat. We want the movement to
Arming
feel
sword.
right.
Wait, Project Vision. There's a new medieval fantasy extraction game. Kazrin put up a YouTube video about this game. Project Vision.
Cass here.
I don't know what guys, I don't know what this is. So yeah, I'm just gonna put it up here just to like see if you guys like it. I'm gonna get food real quick.
Just want to give all of you guys a bit of an update what I've been up to lately. And so ever since that last upload that I made on, you know, what I would do to Dark and Darker if I had the keys, essentially, I've decided, you know, sitting there and, you know, wishing for things isn't gonna make what I'm trying to make happen. So me and some like-minded people have gathered together to just go build the game that we want to play, essentially. We don't want to wait around for any other developers and, you know, whatnot to build the game, because I don't think anyone is going to. So we're gonna do it ourselves. We don't have a lot of experience, but we're picking up people and we're learning things as we're going along. So I just want to sell like this idea to you guys basically and see if, you know, there's an interest for a game like this. We just want to know. But even if there isn't, we're gonna go make it either way, because we want this game to exist so badly. So yeah, I just want to tell you guys about how it's going to play, how it's going to work, and how, you know, you guys could potentially help out make it a reality. So let me start off with, what is Project Vision? So it's simply gonna be a fantasy extraction, you know, dungeon crawler type game, kind of like Dark and Darker, and you know, all the other ones that has come out, but with our own spin on it. So we want to capture the difficulty and like the hardcore elements from like Tarkov, for example, like their health system. We want to have something like that in our game. In fact, we have already built, you know, the modular, you know, health system, you know, limb-based health. That has been completed. The reason why we want to go with this design specifically is because we want to make you, the player, feel like you're driving a vehicle. Like when you play your character, I want you to feel like, you know, you are just a bunch of, you know, mechanical parts, like you're driving a car. I want, you know, a bunch of your body parts to be able to be hurt, you know, like you hurt your legs, you know, you get slowed. You hurt your arms.
Wait, is he actually
arms
making
might be
a
weaker, you know, you might swing a little bit
Let's
slower.
get back. Is he actually making
Things
a fucking
like that. I want
game?
more ways for you to
Wait, there's
get
no
hurt
way.
then, essentially.
He's making his
'Cause
own game. What
I
the
don't know if you
fuck?
guys what kind of adrenaline
What the fuck?
if you play, we want
Automation
to have
dev.
loot that, you know, is fun to pick up and experiment with.
Guys, if you want to watch the video yourself, I'm gonna tag it real quick.
So we're
Stop
making
skipping.
all
No,
the
I'm good.
weapons and equipment modular. Like, for example, like a sword, you know, it's made out of a handle, you know, the handguard, the blade. We want that to all be, you know, be able to be built out of different.
Dude, I literally said this. Oh my god, I literally said about like customizing each part of the fucking weapon, like in Tarkov, and everyone clowned on me. Everyone clowned on me, and now someone took my. No, I wouldn't say. I actually did not originate the. Someone, bro. Oh my
materials,
god.
so we can.
I've been saying
you
this
know,
was cool,
impart stats
and
on
everyone
it
was clowning on me.
based on what it's made out of, which means people can identify, you know, what they're fighting, what they're looking at. You know, if it's shiny looking, you know, steel blade.
Oh yeah, this is all.
you
Oh,
know,
I
you can
did.
tell
Okay.
that it's pristine. And if someone's using some rusty,
Now it's cool.
dusty
Okay,
looking ass, you know, sword, you'll be able to tell, you know, that they're probably not that geared. And if someone looks kind of like, you know, sauced up, you'll be able to tell, like, what they are, you know, from just looking at them. So I want a lot of stats and, like, you know, cool attributes to be directly imbued into yeah, like an item, like you can see it, visually distinct items. So weapons will be modular, down to like, you know, imagine like a magic staff, down to like what wood it's made out of, what, you know, crystal is, you know, attached to it. You know, again, we want that to encompass the
That's pretty
entire
cool.
game design, and we know that we can do it. It's not impossible. So
Whoa, okay.
that's what we're gonna be doing. And yeah,
That is sick.
next, inventory system. We're actually gonna keep the inventory system rather simple. It's
Okay.
just grid based. You can rotate your items, and depending on what kind of backpack you have, it'll just be different shapes. You know, maybe the
Okay.
backpack will be bigger, smaller. So there'll
Like in
you know,
Tarkov.
be ways to upgrade your backpack by just finding a better one, or maybe crafting a better one. So that's it. Nothing else to it. Very simple. Class system. This is how we're gonna do our class system, and we're gonna stick to it. So essentially, there will be no classes. There'll be instead we're gonna do 5 basic attributes, which is strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, and wisdom. So essentially, when you're leveling, each time you level up, you'll gain a skill point, and you can input your skill point into one of these attributes. These attributes are linked with our itemization system. So imagine this. Imagine you're trying to use this
Oh
big
yeah, I
ass
like this. I
wormhole.
like this already.
To wield this thing. You're gonna need 15 strength. Like let's just say 15 strength as example. If you want to wear this plate armor, you might need a lot of strength. You might need some constitution. And if you want to wear like, you know, use this wizard, you know, spell book, you might need some intelligence, you know, and a little bit of wisdom or something like that combo, or just one of those stat. So essentially what these attributes do is allow you to wear equipment that you want to. Like if you want to use like a longbow, then you might have to put a lot of points into dexterity, for example. You guys are like getting like where I'm going with this. So I'm essentially, yeah, tying attributes down to the gear. So you can basically kind of create your own class. So if, for example, let's just say you want to become like a paladin type character.
This I like this
so
idea
maybe
so
you
much.
start putting in points into like some constitution and some, you know, intelligence.
My
let's say,
grandson will love this
and
one.
like a strength hybrid,
Bro.
constitution, intelligence, and strength. So you can wear some plate gear, and you have a bit of intelligence to use like, you know, like a casting device, which enables you to cast, you know, spells on top of being able to wear some plate. But then you sacrifice other stats, so you can kind of like create your own class. And this is how we're also tying the magic system into all of this. So you can get 5 those static attributes, right? So strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, and wisdom. You get that by leveling up. You can put points into that. What you will not be able to get is the attributes that are tied to gear. So you're gonna have to wear some gear to get some attributes to be able to do other things. For example, let's say you're you want to be able to cast holy magic. You know, you want to be able to do, like cast spells that, like, you know, vanquishes evil
Busters.
and, you know, heal people. For that, you might have to wear clothing that looks like, you know, like monk clothing.
That is cool.
You know, imagine like some cleric monk looking ass clothes. You put that on, and it'll give you like a stat called, let's say, Fate. Fate enables you to cast those spells.
Okay.
You guys follow so far?
Following.
So if you want to cast like, you know, let's say some evil magic, you're gonna have to wear clothing that gives you, I don't know, some evil stat that enables you to
Necromancy.
cast evil magic.
That is
And
cool.
if you wear, you know, some plate armor, it might give you like some
Endurance.
fighter-related
Acrobatics,
attributes
slash
that
mastery.
unlocks, you know, the ability for you to use a bunch of, you know, more physical acrobatic skills. So essentially, just we're gonna give people as many abilities and spell selection and categories of things as possible, and people can kind of just build their own classes. So if you want to be like a barbarian type person, you know, you might spec into like a bunch of strength, you know, a bunch of constitution or whatever, and then you can use a bunch of strength-related skills and some constitution-related skills. And if you want to be a wizard, you can spec fully into intelligence and some wisdom, which enables you to use wizard gear. And then on top of it, and then you basically craft and find wizard gear that you want.
Me guy. Got
Like,
a lot
again,
of fans.
you want to cast some elemental magic.
Yo,
you know,
Scholar,
put
thanks
on
for your
some,
brain, man.
Elemental
Thank you, Scholar.
gear. Again, use your imagination. We've also taken it an extra step. So, the magic system. So,
Turkey.
if you want to cast spells, you're gonna start off with not a lot of spells. We're gonna give you like some very basic spells to cast. So, and it will be tied down to a mana system. So essentially,
The raid series, no.
will have pages. You have to go find the cool spells you want to cast in the game.
Ooh.
All right. So if you want to cast like a fireball,
Interesting.
for example, or like a lightning storm, you're gonna have to go find that in the game. These are
Interesting.
physical items that you can insert into the book, all right, which will unlock the
Ah.
ability for you to cast these spells. And obviously, you can lose the spell book, obviously, because if you die, right, you can lose the spell
Sure.
book and lose your spell.
What's up, Serge?
So finding cool spells will be like, it's like a currency in itself as well. You can bring it, you can use it, and you can lose it. I think it's fair. I think it's
That is a real cool concept. I've never heard something like that before.
To loot and make some cool build. You can lose it all. That's what we're building, essentially. Okay, what else do I need to mention?
Quest system, level design.
Level design and questing. So how we want to do the level design and the maps, we want to make a handcrafted map. We're not gonna randomize rooms and modules. We're gonna have a handcrafted map with a shit ton of points of interest dotted all over the map. And we're basically like, imagine this: you find some old lady in the map, and she's telling you to find her lost cat.
Oh, I like this, like, quest in the game.
So
I like that.
you take the quest. All right. First of all, you're gonna have to like run into this NPC. Again, we're gonna place a bunch of NPCs that will give you quests around the map, and
I like that.
lead you to a bunch of interesting
I feel
quests,
immersed.
essentially. We don't want to do fetch quests like bring me 5 kill 5 skeletons. Bring me 10 bones. We're not gonna do any of that. We're gonna a handcrafted map with a lot of points of interest and secrets. All right, we want to emphasize exploration. We want people to walk around and figure things out. All right, this old lady telling you to go find her lost cat, and she tells you that she lost the cat at a cemetery. So you, as the player, gonna have to figure out, okay, so where is the cemetery? Which cemetery? There might be multiple. You don't know, but you go out there. You go try to find the cat.
I like that.
And
So
maybe the cat is.
it enables you to
like
like
go find the
go
cat and
explore the map.
Once you get to it, decides to run away. Poof! If I can teleport somewhere, and you're like, okay, so now you have to keep looking for the cat, and then maybe the cat ends up in like some barn. You walk in there and there's just shit ton of monsters looking out to cook you. So basically, that's how we're going with the quest design. Like imagine RuneScape, like some old school, RPGs. That's how we're gonna do our quest, and we're gonna tie this down to the map. We want to add in a lot of secrets. Like maybe you flick this lever and it opens some secret door. We want you as the player to be able to use your map knowledge as a currency. Like we want to pack the map with as many secrets and points of interest as possible, that you exploring the map is as fun as just anything else. Like maybe you see that there's something out of place, like a rock that shouldn't be there, and you interact with it. The rock moves, and all of a sudden, again, like a hidden doorway appears. Or imagine like a magic wall that doesn't have a hitbox. You walk into it, all of a sudden you find yourself in a completely hidden compartment.
Oh yeah,
building,
that's cool.
and it has some, a gigantic chest in it that can drop some hella loot. And I want the player to be able to, compound and collect all this information and actually use it, like get better at the map and learn where things are.
Wait, they actually
and-
have progress. Oh shit.
Yeah, you
Wait, I thought this was just an idea, but they actually have progress. What the fuck?
guys get what I mean.
I'm excited to
I
see
just
it.
want the map to be as important as every other aspect of gameplay. Like I want people to explore and have fun figuring shit out on their own. One more thing. The combat feel.
Oh my god, they
So
actually
there's
have
one thing we're putting
work in progress stuff.
like a lot of priority to right now to getting correctly is combat. We want the movement to
Arming
feel
sword.
right,
Is that
the
armor sword?
animations to feel right. We want the sound to sound right. We want everything to feel right, because one of my biggest gripes with all these other melee fantasy extraction games is that all their combat systems are ass. All right, so we want it to feel right, because if your swings doesn't feel meaty and your movement doesn't feel right and the sound doesn't sound right, we might as well scrap the whole game. There is no point to any of this. So
just
we're
has to
putting
feel
a lot
right.
of emphasis
Ooh, the
on making
fireball.
it feel right. It needs to look right and feel like.
Okay, then
and
the hand
honestly, the
obviously this is early movement. The hand movement is so
gold
funny
standard
though.
for me is Dark and Darker. I have such a hard time playing any other games of this genre because of Dark and
Fireball
Darker,
machine gun.
because it feels right. Like just simply walking around feels right. Swinging, hitting things, it's satisfying, and we wanna put the highest
Ooh.
amount of priority on getting that correctly, which comes to where we are at right now in the development. We are trying to get that part functional. We're trying to get the combat to feel as smooth and holy as possible, so that we can build all the other systems around it, bit by bit, until we get a minimum viable product that we can eventually show off to you guys and get everyone to test out.
That is cool.
Yeah, that is the vision, and I will say this right now. I can be a very flexible person. I can adapt on the fly, but I am not willing to compromise on the original vision for this game.
Oh shit. He said
Like
it.
me and the team, we are focused. We know what we
I
want.
notice that it says we instead of a different game that just says, just one person's vision. This is a we, as in a collective group that wants to work towards to one thing.
Like pretty much everything I've just mentioned to you guys in this video so far, this is what we're going to make. All right. If any of these things are missing, there is no point to any of this. We want this. We're not gonna flip flop. This is what we want, and we're gonna make it happen whether there's interest in this or not. Because I don't want to sit around and wait for someone to make this game. Like, for me, this is like a dream game for me. Like
I'm getting chills.
it has like the tension and the stresses of like a game like Tarkov, but also the old school vibe of like old school like RPGs of exploration and finding out secrets, and just a sense of adventure. Like I want to have that in the game. I want to feel that sense of adventure again, and at the same time having the depth of the all the loot and all the gear, how it all feels like a box of Legos. And I want to give as many tools for the players to play around with as possible. Like I don't want to force people to play a certain way. I want to give you guys as many tools to troll and kill each other as possible, and let you guys just go ham with it. That's it, while keeping it reasonable still. All right, so just so I'm not gonna let things run out of control. Okay, we want to keep things reasonable and playable for everyone. That's a big goal of ours. What else do I have to mention really? So yeah, that was pretty much it. How if you guys want to help out, we are looking for people that could help out. We don't have a lot of any animators so far. Someone that can work on animations, that'd be dope. If someone wants to help out, someone on level design, stuff like that. So we're pretty much looking for anyone that has any remote experience in game development, no matter how minute. If semi know what you're doing, feel free to reach out to me. And yeah, if you want in, sure, why not? But yeah, that's about it. When can you guys like expect like a playable demo? We don't know because we're just starting off.
Don't give a time
None of
or
us really has
date.
any experience in game development, so we can't really tell you.
Don't give us
But
expectations
what I can
like
say
too much.
is that we're gonna damn try make it happen. All right, at bare minimum, we're gonna try to at least get a playable demo out there eventually. I don't know what the timeline is, so just kind of like I'll probably give all of you guys like a weekly or like a monthly update, so you guys can at least like know if any progress is being made and what kind of progress is being made. And yeah, that's about it. So I'll leave a link to the Discord.
Yeah, I'm joining that Discord. What the fuck? But yeah, me, with Kazarin, he was the OG goat of Dark and Darker. Before I started even creating content, I would watch him. And I could see how passionate and how much he loves the game. I've gone in a call with him one time discussing about like Warlock and how Warlock can be like better and stuff like that. He is so passionate about Dark and Darker, and I can tell he's really passionate about this game. He's a very smart guy. I was talking to this guy in voice call. He's a very, very smart guy. And to be honest, I'm gonna donate. I'm willing to give like support this project a lot. Make sure to go check out this video. Make sure to go like and like subscribe and join the Discord too, because yeah, I'm actually really excited for Well, I'm not subscribed. What the fuck? There's no way. There's no way I'm not subscribed. I am subscribed. But yeah, if you guys are know anything about graphics design, or I think what did he ask for again? I forgot. I already. Oh, it's right here.
Looking for people that could help out. We don't have a lot of like.
Oh, animators and level designers. Yeah. I don't know if I don't know if anyone in chat is a level designer or animator or any like an animator, but yeah, we need those like ASAP for him. But yeah, I DM'd him. He said we could use some donations to purchase a bunch of Unreal assets packs to build the game around. So he is also taking donations. I'll definitely donate to this. But if you guys are also want to donate, please go into the Discord and contact him and ask him how to donate as well. Like I like the concept. Well, the thing is though, the graphics obviously it's not gonna it's in its early stage development. So I'm not really gonna judge off of that. But just a clear like basis of what he wants is what I'm liking a lot for sure.